My name is Tim, owner of Hollywood Hills Outdoor Solutions. Hollywood Hills specializes in custom pools, covered patios, outdoor kitchens, landscape, and sprinkler systems. In this video, we will focus on the basic functions of a Hunter sprinkler system. I will take you through a step-by-step process of programming that Hunter system. And don't worry, at the end of the video, I will address some of the more frequently asked questions. Your sprinkler system clock can be mounted on the exterior of a home or inside of a garage like this one. Let's take a look at some of the basic functions of a sprinkler system. With the sprinkler system clock, we have a dial. It's a little wider at the bottom than it is the top. The top, where it's skinnier, that's obviously where we're facing. We have a plus and a minus over here, and we have two arrow buttons. Let's work on date and time. With the date and time, we can do all of our adjusting by the plus and the minus. You see that the year is blinking, so we'll go up or we can go down. In this particular field, we can scroll over. We have the month. We can go plus or minus to change it. The day of the week, if we go plus or minus, it also changes the actual day down at the bottom. Now we can go to the next one. We have the AM, PM, 24-hour display. Hours, we can do plus, or if we pass it, we can go backwards. Minutes, same thing. Now to the next. We've got the year back up. We're all done with date and time. Now that we're done with our current time and date, let's go over to start times. Start times is when you want your sprinkler system to start running. We do all of our adjusting by the plus and the minus. And if you want to start a second time in a day, you scroll over, and that's where you would put that in. And now with our run times, this is our zone. This is how long it's running. We can do all of our adjusting by the plus and the minus. 12, 11, 10 minutes, 9 minutes, and so on. We go to the next zone, same thing. Our third zone, and so on. Now with our watering days. You have all the days of the week down at the bottom with little raindrops. The one that was blinking is the one that we're working on. If you hit your plus, it still stays on. Hit your minus, puts a circle with a slash through it, and it will not run that day. If you mess up, you can always go backwards and change it. Now, down here at the bottom where it says pump, this is basically to tell your clock that we always have water. And depending on which water supply that you're hooked up to is on how you'll use this function. See your manual for that. And now for seasonal adjustments. This right here only decreases the amount of time. So if your zones are running for 10 minutes and we decrease this down to 50%, it would only decrease it down to 5 minutes. Again, it only changes the amount of time allowed for the zone. The only thing that it does is decreases the amount of watering time. It's not one of my favorite functions. I would just go back over to the run times and change the time there. And now solar sync. For solar sync, see manual. It takes an extra plug-in for solar sync. Now for the manual function. On the manual function, you can scroll to whichever zone you would like to start with. Then you turn your dial to run. Whenever your sprinkler system is running, you will always see that sprinkler head. If you made the mistake on which zone you wanted, you can always scroll backwards or forwards and pick the zone that you want. With this manual setting, it will only run one zone at a time. So it'll run this third zone for 5 minutes only. An additional way to run your sprinkler system on a manual operation would be have your dial in the run position, go to your manual start, press and hold, which is this arrow button. That zone comes on for that amount of time and we see it's running. It will run from zone 1 all the way through the last zone that you have. If you would like to turn it off, after your sprinkler system is turned off, it usually takes a few seconds for it to actually turn off. Then you'll need to put it back into a run position. It will return to your automatic settings. That concludes the basic programming for a sprinkler system clock.
Why is my sprinkler system not coming on?
Well, your sprinkler system not coming on could be one of two reasons. The first one could be your rain sensor, if it's rained in the last couple of days and it has water in it. Or two, your backflow. It could be turned off.
My sprinkler's watering my house, my driveway, the fence, the street. What do I do?
It's actually a simple fix. All you need is a small screwdriver. But if you still don't feel comfortable, just call a technician in your local area.
How often should I run my sprinklers?
That all depends on your soil content and your area. If you have a lot of sun, well, you're going to need to run it more than when you do in the winter time.
What about the winter months?
Well, for the winter months, you'll need to actually winterize your backflow. You'll need some sort of insulation material or a towel. You'll need some tape. You'll need to turn your backflow off and then wrap it with that insulation material or the towel. And wrapping it would be the brass or the bell part of your backflow.
What are these black boxes with the green lids?
Ah, valve boxes. Well, those boxes are actually in the ground to be able to hold and protect your valves. And you have one valve for every zone that you have for your yard. Thank you for watching this video. I hope we answered all of your questions. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact us. Enjoy your Hunter sprinkler system.